Good evening, class. My name is Sean Walker. Uh, Thank you for your time. I'm going to go ahead and go over my video submission assignment for teacher disposition for success. Um, Please be advised, it may be some issues, but we're going to get through it, okay, guys? Let's start with question number one. What is a teacher's role in supporting learning, improving planning and practice, upholding professional expectation, and collaboratively advancing the profession? So my answer to that is a teacher is entitled to duties that synergistically enhance education as they are learning facilitators, initiators of critical thinking and creativity. Teachers depend on reflections to improve their plans and practices, then incorporating these strategies to meet the needs of all learners. We're here to uphold professional expectation, teaching models responsibility. We model integrity and respect. We cultivate a safe and inclusive environment. However, it's important to have cooperation amongst educators to refine our approaches and to share the best practices, advancing one's professionalism. So, in the main points is that we just have to be professional. We have to have like a great inclusive environment, and then we have to cultivate like critical thinking. We have to be able to bring everyone together. So let's see. So question 2. What is the disposition do you currently possess will make you a successful teacher? What dispositions do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? This was a great question. It took me a while to kind of figure it out. But my answer for that is this. My current disposition includes empathy, accountability, and enthusiasm as they contribute to positive relationships and maintaining an active classroom atmosphere. Nevertheless, I acknowledge the need to further develop patience, as the journey of an educator requires persistence, support, and understanding for learners who may be challenged or struggling. I will have to advocate for a culture of sensitivity as it promotes inclusivity and understanding the perspectives of others. So I think for the most part, going into the classroom, we have to be able to include all students, all learners from all different backgrounds. And even though I'm an African American male going into a background, I have to be able to relate to people from different backgrounds, different religions, different belief systems, and bringing everybody together under one core classroom environment that's still inclusive. So, and then patience, and being a new teacher, that's if anyone that's being a teacher knows that patience is a virtue, and so it's something that I need to work on. Number 3, what effect could personal bias have on teaching and learning? According to the expectation of the professional, how should biases be taken into perspective? So how I would navigate personal biases, personal bias can unintentionally interfere with classroom normality and inhibit adequate learning. The educators are expected to regard biases as opportunities for self-awareness and growth rather than an insurmountable barriers. After successfully enforcing a reflective practice, teachers can consciously challenge bias, integrate diverse perspectives, and create a conducive learning environment. I think that's so important. My background outside of teaching, I worked in the corporate sector. So we had a lot of personal experiences in training dealing with personal biases, where we were taught going in that we need to be very understanding of other people's situations, but also ourselves, because we go in with our own mindset and our own belief systems and our own biases, and we have to understand those biases and not present those biases to other people But the biggest thing is understanding that we as teachers have our own biases. And once we start to recognize, hey, I have a bias towards this or towards that, then I can learn to adjust so that I'm not pressing or putting that biases on anybody else. So that's a big one, coming from the corporate section into teaching, understanding that you can't put your personal biases on towards the students. Okay, class, give me one moment, and I have one more question. So, question number 4. Reflecting on your own personal disposition related to education, explain how you will uphold and adhere to academic and professional integrity as a teacher, candidate, and as a future teacher. So, upholding my academic and professional integrity. So, maintaining academic and professional integrity is the primary obligation for a teacher, candidate, and future instructor. Adhering to these principles requires self-monitoring. It's demonstrating respect for intellectual properties, ensuring in transparency in all aspects of teaching. Apart from curriculum requirements, professionalism extends to speech, physical appearance. I'll be dressed appropriately and communicate respectfully as it exemplifies the values educators wish to instill in their students, and like being presentable and advanced communication skills. So how I'm going to hold up the academic professional integrity is, in the most part, just dressing the part is one big part of it. Like tonight, I'm in a suit, I'm in a professional collared shirt, button down. That's the way that I want to present myself to my students and to my fellow coworkers. So your presentation, how you dress, is a part of your professionalism. Being from the corporate world, I understand that very well. And so that's one aspect that I would bring into my teaching profession. And then not only going by the curriculum, but also making sure that the curriculum meets all the requirements, but making it also flexible for the students. And as far as an intellectual property, as we know, going here at GCU, it's like you have to cite your work. You have to let people know where you're getting your work from, how you're creating it, or who inspired it. The same thing I would do in the teaching world is I'm not going to take ideas that are not not original and not make sure that that I don't cite where it's coming from. So I hope, thank you guys so much for your time. I'm trying to keep it between 3 and 5 minutes. Thank you so much. My name is Sean. If you have any questions, hit me on the discussion board. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.